it seemed like you guys were having fun. It seemed intense, the album, the whole process. But most importantly, it seemed like you were enjoying it.
It was interesting from a writing perspective, and like how I've evolved as a human, and my writing style, how that has changed, but also how it's affected my singing, and how much easier I'm singing it because I'm writing it for me.
Yeah.
Anna, I can't sleep. My mind is where you are tonight. Darling, won't you please release me from this spell? Annabelle, my love, I'm racing to your aid tonight. Come let down your hair, I'll climb your tower of love.
I like to take on projects that I can really immerse myself into. So for me, it's always, whether it be production or composition or any kind of discipline that I apply or aspire to apply to a project, you know, I want to be immersed in it, you know, I want to really give it everything that I have.
Meer melodiese aanslag van die bass sal nice wees. Ek dink as ek die guide vocal het, sal dit op, dan kan ek om het werk ook, jy weet. Maar ek het 'n kind of idee van hoe jy fraseer nou, soos wat jy saam sing, anyway.
Ten opsigte van die filming, so ek gaan nou na die studio toe, en dan sal ek jou terugvoer gee, maar my idee is om te kyk of ons dit oor 2 dae kan doen. So die 3de, wat ons rehearsal dag sou gewees het, we treat it as the rehearsal space, so we can maybe go in rehearse in the morning, so 3 tracks op die 3de en 3 tracks op die 4de, of ons kan een dag net rehearse, en dan is die camera ouens al klaar daar, en hulle beplan hulle moves, en dan die 4de skiet ons alles. Well, like, I just sent him the demos, and then he did the stuff. Then I literally went in for one day, sat with him, said, no, it sounds cool. And yeah, a few changes here and there.
But he's fair.
No, he's like,
style, eh?
and he wants to do like a vocal arrangement for my Alles Jy.
Oh, really?
He says, no, we need to lose instruments. We need to focus more on the essence of the songs, which is, that's cool.
Very cool.
So when Simeon called me about booking in the studio, we chatted a little bit about, you know, why he's doing it. Because for me personally, I always look at a project from a purpose of, you know, what's the intent? What is the intent behind it? And if the intent is to try and make the next big record and getting people involved for that specifically, the expectation is, in my opinion, set to the wrong direction. It's 2 bars counting, Mo.
Yeah, it's 8 notes, so
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, it's my bad.
Okay.
I will leave this room immediately.
Go to the little chill out.
I'm going to go and stand in the corner right now.
Everybody's excited, which is nice.
It is exciting, but also it's happening quickly. The worst thing about music projects is they just drag. They get started, and then they...
Yeah, I don't have time because I need to go back to the boats to make money.
to pay for this.
Yeah.
And obviously with Simeon, I didn't know what to expect at all because I didn't know him. But I just loved the energy that I felt when he said, "Look, no, I think we're on the same page here. This is just about the music, not about what comes next."
But I didn't realize you were like so
what?
So deep into this. Like so quickly.
And you know what, it actually just kind of evolved into that.
That's fantastic.
If it's about making music that you love and enjoy to do, and that is your goal, then you'll never be disappointed in the first place. I mean, if it ends up making a ton of money, that's fantastic.
Today's plan is we're going to workshop the songs from 10 to 12, then lunch. Then after lunch, start tracking with the 3-piece, so drums, keys, bass.
Okay.
And then see how far we get. Then we have to do vocals. Oh, then tomorrow Bravo is coming to do an interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's lots of stuff to fit in, but I mean, so as long as we kind of like get through the music is the most important thing. And then my mom's coming tomorrow from 11.
She's coming today?
No, Then tomorrow we do La Vie en Rose. But that's then the vocal, so we're splitting it up so that we don't take up people, so people can like chill in between.
So you're going to do the vocals for all 6 tracks tomorrow? That's a lot.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think it's like today, we at the end of, but you do vocals end of the day anyway.
Yeah.
And
So you're going to try and do some today?
Yeah.
For this song?
And if he wants me to do BBs, then I'm also like, I do like his backing vocal arrangements, like of Annabelle.
Yeah.
It sounds a little bit like a Toto vibe.
There's no body for me on the kick. Yeah, there's no body on the kick, but there's so much presence on the other stuff.
Then I went to the Offspring concert.
Did you?
And then after that, I phoned him. I said to him, I said to him, can we roughen up the sound a little bit, you know?
Offspring's fantastic. Now you want to do Offspring.
Then I was like, he took a step back. He was like, I said to him, no, relax. I just want to roughen up a little bit. Can still be poppy, because it's like, because I'm like, but I'm a little bit maybe too poppy. Yeah.
I'm gonna just for the choruses go. Just to get a bit more weight or edge on the chorus, for the sake of, you know, it's. I'll replace it with a decent guitar tone. So eventually, so die basspart ek net separately dink ek laat print for the sake of you, the kind of getting a sense of what the concept is. So please don't feel pressurized to play it absolutely note for note, just what a dagprint is. I think every role is essential. You know, every part of each process is essential. Part of this project, just working with the people, with the, you know, be the film crew, the technical crew, you know, the band, would say the least. You know, I can only plan up to this point as well from my side. I mean, I can imagine how the band would play what I try and prepare and guide them along the way and hopefully give them enough space to also bring in a little bit of themselves into the music.
Let me
just break this while I'm at it.
Julle twee gaan nou eintlik hierdie amazing ding hierso saam doen. So Mauritz, dankie.
It's a groot plesier.
It's going to be fun.
Skoon pret vir julle familie.
Just quickly tell me your name and the instrument you played for this EP.
Sure, Rixi insists that I go first. So my name's David Klassen, and I'm playing the drums.
David? Yeah. David says epic drum fill. It doesn't have exactly what I program. The one thing that I do like personally, you know, that's really just my whim. It's not, you know, it's a deal breaker for the song. Sure. But I like where the kick and crash lands just before the entry on bar 96, I think.
My name is Rixi and I play the bass.
Simeon? So this is where it's happening now. It's all coming together.
It seems so.
Is he excited?
Ek is nogals actually. Ek is excited and I have zero expectation. I just want to have fun.
Cool.
I think drummers are, if you as a drummer, if you're not okay with being at the back, then I think you're in the wrong profession. Being at the back and laying down the foundation and just kind of doing your job, you know, staying in your lane. I've got no problem with that. I love my role in the bigger scheme of things, so I'm cool with being in the back.
When you play together, then you feed off each other, and I think that's what I enjoyed about this, because we don't get to play in studio you don't get to play it together anymore. It's always drummer first, or they program, and then you go in on by yourself.
Kan jy al die sound beskryf? Jy weet, mens kry adult contemporary, indie, jazz, blues theme of jou music genre, wat sê jy?
I'm gonna go for dirty pop.
Dirty pop.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it.
Okay, so let's kick in. En Simeon se vocal feed.
Can you please drop the snare and the hats a little bit?
Whole earback system, okay? That's just going in. I just think like the kick has a ton of sub in here, and none of that's translating to the headphones. So maybe you need to high pass them actually, so that you actually get some, legs of the sub. That's just clipping the system.
I just wanted to ask if you can maybe kill all the talkback mics to us, so I can maybe check if it's not that.
Die stems dalk op 'n ander level is klik of iets is dit nie.
Maybe I think can we put it on the click track as well? I think let's try that. If we can find a balance between click and track, then we good.
Yeah, I think.
Annabelle, my love, I'll paper plane to you tonight. Come and draw me in, bring color to my world.
It's mainly been my role here as the technical and the sonic scape that we're trying to capture from a technical perspective. Taking the music that's coming from acoustic instruments and putting it down in a digital format that will translate the energy that's been captured. Simeon, can we just check your vocal quickly?
'Cause all I know is I'm probably coming on too strong. And yes, I know, in this game of love, got my back against the ropes. You want more?
How's that feeling?
I think I've used up all my vocals for the day. Is that okay?
Would you like a bit of reverb?
Yes, a little bit, please. Maybe like a... Down your hair, I'll climb your tower of love. Yeah, that's lovely.
When you hear the voice, then you know exactly where to give space. Otherwise, if you don't know what the voice is going to do, it might as well just be an instrumental track. When you have no idea, you might play too spacious, or you might play too busy. But when there's an indication of what the voice is doing, you know where to listen and where to say something. Less is always more.
I don't think so. Okay, ons gaan die piano mute. I'm going to keep the guitars in for now. We're going to obviously mute the drums.
It's sort of like an evolution happening there. As the one starts playing, it plants an idea in your head, and you just kind of, it's like a conversation. Somebody says something and you answer something that's related to what's been said.
But I just want to maybe lift the stage level so we can have more context, so it doesn't feel like we need to hold back. I don't want to fall in the trap, especially with some of these songs. They tend to feel like they're going to be quite mellow, but they're not actually.
Where do you find those moments of magic? Because some of it sometimes look like I said, it looked like hard work, or are there other moments where you feel like this is actually where the project feels the most alive?
As a songwriter, you put your ideas down on a paper. That's the first process. And then you start workshopping it with your guitar, with your piano. And that's one process. So that's like, let's say, your first draft. Then you live with that song. I lived with a song like Annabelle that I wrote at the beginning of last year. I lived with that song for over 2 months where I didn't play to anyone. It was just for me.
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with anyone else, just for me. And I was like, man, yeah, no, I'm like proud of this song. This is a nice song. And also, again, it was just like songwriters and musicians, people that are, Mauritz spoke about it as well, is as soon as the ego becomes involved, then you lose the creativity.
Cause all I know is I'm probably coming on too strong. And yes, I know in this game of love, got my back against the ropes.
My aim is always to really, draw out the authenticity and the character of the artist, the songwriter, him being both, so that the music can speak. So, I hope that we've achieved that. Okay. I mean, there are certain things that I'm really not precious about, obviously, but I think it's nice to kind of keep conceptually the picture that the MP3 has.
It's always wonderful to work with a producer as experienced as Mauritz, because the way the arrangements are done, the people that he chooses to work on the projects makes a major difference on my side of the job, to be able to really capture that as cleanly and as fully as possible, that it will at the end of the day translate what you are feeling.
I think that the trap would be not to try and make it sound like a smooth pop song. Even though I want the pop sensibility, for lack of better description or reference now, in the song, but I think we can really give it stick in the chorus. So,
for me at least, I play very instinctively. So what I feel in that moment, as long as it's musical and it makes sense in the bigger scheme of things for me, I think it's going to just kind of come out.
So I'm going to take a chance. We can always just go back again, Ma. If we can just have David's old take from the bridge up to that 2 bars tacit in the last chorus where there's a gap anyway.
So we keep the old take and then up to where?
Up to that gap, yeah.
Okay.
And then he's got like a hat and a snare for going into the last bits.
En sê my hierdie nuwe halfbeweging in AI in waar jy net kan vra of iemand vir jou 'n liedjie te skryf en te perform. Wat jou gevoel oor daai hele beweging en het dit enigstens 'n invloed oor hoe jy werk?
My vraag is, het die computer al die hart? Hierdie is Michael, is my chommy van back in the day. Ons is vriende van graad 1 af. And he's now he's my critic and my friend. Yeah. So I come kind of like, and then he's supposed to be the comic relief, but he's not very funny.
Actually, wat nie hoe nice te wees.
Ek gaan die interviews doen. So Christy, is jy okay om 'n interview te doen?
Dankie wat jy wil ek moet sê.
Well, you know, op jou CV het met One Republic gewerk, Mumford & Sons, 'n groot name, so dit
die name dropping doen.
Yes.
Okay.
Love wat David ook gedoen het met die groove, met die drums op Canada.
Ja man, sure, it's baie lekker.
The little like inflections with just the rim shots and then back into it. But then, okay, now you go into a studio, now you get these musicians that now interpret your songs that were down on paper, and now they're like, okay, now Rixi's playing bass, and he's just got this feel to like just ground it, and David's playing on the drums, and he's just like, he plays with these inflections, and I'm like, wow man, he's just like, he feels the music from a rhythmical perspective, which I can't do.
It's a lovely take. You guys want to come in and listen? It's in the pocket, man.
Very nice.
It's in the pocket. Yeah.
I think we just keep it like this. We don't have to add vocals.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, just leave it like this.
I'll say.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it with vocals.
Can you maybe talk about how you guys found that chemistry for that song?
Well, I have to give Mauritz the credit for that because he wrote the part. So I just had to play and I had to interpret here and there. He gave me some freedom, but the song was just the emotion of the song came through for me in the bass line.
And the bass award goes to...
I always say if you listen to the big picture, then you can contribute to the big picture. In a setting like this, we're playing his song, so it's our job to really make it feel comfortable for him.
With the bass, it's different because, well, you are at the back, but you're also in front because I need to be the glue between the harmony, and I have to play with David.
There's always a human emotion involved when you write songs and when it comes from a real experience. I think it's just an important thing of connecting to the emotion and to the core and the character of the song, and then respond to that.
I'm very lucky to work with people like Jaconell, David and Rixi. I couldn't help but be almost overwhelmed by the magic that's going on, because I have such immense respect for not just music, where that comes from, but also for people who are able to really harness that and to really give off themselves.
If you sit in a room by yourself and you have energy, and you cannot bounce off anything, it bounces off the walls. So that's maybe a good way to look at it. It's like you either bounce it off the walls or you bounce it off people. And within that, then you kind of get more energy, and then you've got an energy flow.